All right, thank you so much for joining us today. We're so excited to kick off this elections forum. We have candidates of the freshman class that have been running for this position. For all of you who are watching online, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Emmanuel Ucott, your SGA president, and I'm excited to open up this election forum. We're so excited to see all of these faces behind you who will be coming up and speaking about why they believe they're the best candidate. To all of you here, great job. You made it this far. Breathe, relax, and let the students know why you believe you're the best candidate. Wish all of you the best of luck.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Eliza Bowling, and I'm your SGA Election Board Chair for this year. I'm so proud of everybody that came out and who was here right now behind us, about to give their speeches. I know they spent these past few weeks just getting ready and prepared just for this moment particularly. We're going to get started with our president, Demetra Langford. Hello, you guys. My name is Demetra Langford. I'm a freshman biology pre-med major. Today I'm running for president because I want our class to pretty much have a real college experience. During the pandemic, we have lost a lot, and we didn't gain anything from the government for social injustice. Pretty much, our class is too spaced out for us. Well, for me, for us to be more unified. I think that I can bring our class together, host more events, and pretty much make sure our class gets a little bit more of Xavier college experience. Xavier is kind of stressful. These last few weeks for me have been tough, and I feel like I can make sure that we all get that balance of social life we need. So if you vote for me, then you will have the best indeed. Thank you so much, Ms. Langford. Our next position is the vice president position, which will be Janaea Belcher.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Janaea Belcher, and I'm running to become your freshman vice president. I'm from Hampton, Virginia, 1,118 miles away from here. I had to come to Xavier because I knew this was the school for me. My high school was known for one person, and that person is Allen Iverson. No disrespect to AI, but Xavier is known for far greater. I am blessed and inspired to be surrounded by this much love, support, and potential greatness. With that being said, I don't have any friends on campus yet, so I want y'all to get to know me a little bit. I'm a biology pre-med major with aspirations to become an anesthesiologist. I've been a vegetarian for 8 years. My favorite color is teal, and I'm a hair artist that specializes in protective styling. I want to be your vice president because I have a passion for service and a knack for making sure things get done not only quickly, but correctly. My leadership experience has taught me that it is more than telling people what to do and making rules. A leader represents a team and takes the initiative to aid and guide the common cause to completion with respect and careful consideration. I am excited to use my skills to ensure each and every one of you has an extraordinary year. I will use my term to focus on 3 things: action, building, and clarity. You guys want more events and things to do, and I will do everything in my power to make sure that happens. I want us to begin building a legacy at Xavier. We are one of the most resilient classes today, and together we will make our mark on campus. I know that some of you feel like there's a disconnect between us and the administration, but I want to draw that together. Communication is vital to our transition to higher learning and residential living. I want to prioritize your needs and make sure we all get through the year safely. To summarize, I will ensure that you want to renew your quote-unquote subscription to Xavier for next semester. Please vote Janaea Belcher as freshman vice president.
Thank you so much. Our next candidate is Tendai Mpofu. Just a reminder, you guys can all answer questions in the comment section below so we can ask our candidates.
Hello, fellow Xavierites. My name is Tendai Mpofu, and I'm running for freshman vice president. I'm from Fishers, Indiana, and my major is psychology pre-med. Just a little bit more about me. I grew up in Indianapolis, Indiana, and music has been one of my biggest passions. It is not my major, but it is one of the biggest stress relievers I've had, especially since coming here to Xavier with all the rigorous classes that I have. Some of my past experience in leadership positions include being a class officer for my graduating class, president of our freshman and transfer student orientations, and also I went to a National Student Leadership Conference for 2 weeks in Washington, D.C. Through that, I was taught how to come out of my shell and be a leader for everyone. Now, I know that our senior years were not exactly everything that we dreamed of, and we missed out on so many experiences because of this global pandemic. Our freshman year has turned out to be a lot of the same. Many of us have all online classes, or we only have 1 or 2 in-person classes, so most of the time we only see each other when we go to get food for maybe 30 minutes. I know that's not an ideal situation, but I believe when I become vice president, I can help change that. We are fortunate enough to be able to be on campus and still have the fewest number of cases compared to other schools. This is even after sanctioned events in which we've been in confined spaces, such as movie nights or yoga in the auditorium. I believe that since we have been given this new norm, we will have to learn to embrace it for the time being and make the most out of what is available, and there are countless possibilities when we open our minds to it. If you vote me your vice president, I promise to do my best to make this the best freshman year possible and bridge that gap between the losses of our senior year with the endless possibilities of our freshman year here at Xavier. Thank you.
Alright, we have our first couple of questions. For our president, one question is, what specifically will you do to ensure that our freshman year will be better than our senior year? By Anonymous. I will be hosting numerous surrounding events to make sure our senior year is, well, our past senior year was more better than this year. So my goal is really to make sure we lean more forward together. So the events I want to plan is more so what you see other schools doing, but I want to make sure we do it with COVID-19 guidelines and with the school's approval. I can't really much say because I'm not in a position yet, so I just know you have great things coming your way. Our next question is for each of our vice presidents. I don't know what the tag is, but they were wondering, since you guys are in the more supportive position, how do you plan to help Demetra come up with her new ideas?
Being second in command to Demetra, I think that part of that supportive role is keeping her organized and also helping her see her plans and her visions throughout, and also bringing my visions to the table as well as putting them together and helping them become a reality.
Hello, once again, my name is Janaea Belcher. With my experience as a vice president in the past, pretty much teamwork makes the dream work, and I like to start off with brainstorming, and we are all going to put in our ideas to ensure that every single vision we have comes to reality with guidelines and administration approval. I know that it's difficult. All of us have a lot of stuff to balance, but when you have a great team, and I'm pretty sure everybody in here is wonderful, and we're going to get everything done to the effective manner. Thank you.
Our last question for both president and vice president positions. How will you uphold communications between your staff and your e-board and the students?
That was a great question. I plan to implement like what we used to do for other things. I want to create a remind that's very more so everybody's on their phone, everybody's wanting to be connected. I said the same thing, communication through email is not always effective. I think building a bridge for remind for us in our class between me and you will be great. So when I do plan and host activities, I can get y'all input on how y'all feeling.
I love that idea of remind. I think that social media is also going to be a big part of this. Everybody's on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. So I think making social media accounts will help us to communicate to the students better. And before we even do that, we will talk to each other just to make sure that we are on the same page and we are all communicating the same ideas.
I also really do enjoy Demetra's idea. Remind is a great tool for communication, but I also like I know there's some students don't like apps, some students don't like social media. Just like how we get the Zula Save notification straight to our phone, I think that's a more effective method of communication because you know that they're gonna get it, and everybody has their phone on them at all times. So that's my take. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. A slight change in schedule. We will now have the Mr. Freshman candidate, Shane Valentine, come up and give his speech.
Good evening, my fellow Xavierites. My name is Shane Valentine. I'm from here, New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm here today to tell you that I am running for Mr. Freshman, and I want to tell you something about me. I'm very warm-hearted, very connected person, very outspoken. I'm very determined on what the things I want to do as Mr. Freshman. And here today, the reason why I'm the best candidate for Mr. Freshman is because I see on a daily that, as a problem, I see on a daily that many freshmen on campus don't really get out and connect. They stay to their little groups and everything. So what I plan to do as an event, as you will vote for me as Mr. Freshman, that I will plan an event where you guys will come out and meet alumni, upperclassmen, as well as to get familiar with every freshman on campus and commuters as well, because I see as commuters don't really have that connection like how on-campus residents have. So that's one event I want to do. Also, I stand for equity and equality and spirituality and networking. So this is the reason why I'm the best candidate. Thank you very much.
have a question for our Mr. Freshman. How will you uphold the precedence of the Mr. Freshman position? So, based on how your previous Mr. Freshmen have done, what are you going to do differently, or are you going to keep the same tradition?
Okay, based on that question, what I wouldn't keep the tradition because I'm not a very traditional kind of person. I would do it differently, but based on what I've heard about the previous Mr. Freshman, I would do it a little differently. You know, since of COVID as well, we can't really, do much, but I'll try to make events to the guidelines, and I personally want to get y'all opinions about what events y'all would like to do as well. I wouldn't keep them to myself and everything. I want to hear y'all ideas. This is about y'all. This isn't about me. So thank you.
Next, we'll have the senator position. First up is Kayla Jarvis.
Good evening, Xavierites. My name is Kayla Jarvis, and I'm from Houston, Texas. I'm also a political science major. I believe I possess the skills and the abilities to fulfill the roles and responsibilities of freshman senator. As a freshman, we have a multitude of opportunities to reach our full potential at Xavier. We have 4 years to leave our mark on this campus. Whether that be by starting a club, making the dean's list, or even just making it to breakfast before it closed. Every accomplishment is a milestone for the class of 2024. I hope to be your freshman senator so that I can be a liaison for more opportunities, more resources, and more fun. This includes job and internship fairs, as well as increased safety for the students, and a safe box so freshmen can feel more included and they can contribute their ideas so that we can make Xavier a better place. If elected, I will give 110% to all of the responsibilities of my position. If you want to join the winning team, vote for Kayla Jarvis. She gets the job done.
Our last candidate is Kennedy Broussard, who unfortunately could not be with us tonight as she is taking an exam as part of the Xavierite institution. She regrets to inform that she won't be here, but she hopes that you will take into consideration everything that she has said for the past few weeks and vote for her as well. All right, the time of the evening are Miss Freshmen: Caitlin Banks, Kennedy Carey Prescott, Tiffany Newman, and Zelia Anthony. Would you please come on the stage? The first person to go up is Caitlin Banks.
Hello and good evening to all of the faculty, staff, and students here at Xavier. My name is Caitlin Banks. I am from Jonesboro, Arkansas. I'm a chemistry pre-pharmacy major, and I am vying to uphold the position of Xavier University of Louisiana's 2020-2021 Miss Freshman. My platform for Miss Freshman is based upon the board game Life, where my slogan reads, "By any means necessary, take advantage of life." I built this platform based off of hardships my class had to overcome to be here today. These hardships being losing loved ones from police brutality and the outbreak of COVID-19, as well as missing out on several life experiences due to abrupt quarantine orders. Which is why when I say take advantage of life, not only do I mean it literally, but I also mean take advantage of L, leadership opportunities, I, interactions and involvement, F, your fitness and well-being, and E, your display of excellence. To my class, the class of 2024, despite the circumstances, I want you all to live your best life. And as Miss Freshman, my goal would be ensuring that each of my classmates have the best possible freshman experience. I plan to make this possible by taking student voices into consideration to turn ambitions into reality, bringing positive measures to our campus and community to inspire a thriving environment, emphasize remaining positive and healthy as we overcome a pandemic, and also successfully create space for student individuality while simultaneously being unified as a class. I want to represent my class, serve my institution and my community, connect with my peers, and show that Miss Freshman is about more than just being a face. I want to stand for and uplift my classmates while exhibiting L, leadership, I, involvement, F, fitness and well-being, and E, excellence. So if you see me to be fitting of this position, let's all take advantage of life together with me, Caitlin Banks, as your 2020-2021 Miss Freshman.
Our next candidate is Kennedy Carey Prescott.
Hello, my name is Kennedy Carey Prescott, and I am vying to be your 2020-2021 Miss Freshman at Xavier University of Louisiana. I am a native of Shreveport, Louisiana, where I have been active in my life, all of my life, in community service, academics, church, and music. Music has always been an important part of my life, from being in the womb until now. So I thought it only appropriate to be used in my platform. Let's make music together. Music stands for Make Uplifting Sounds Inspiring Change. I feel that in this current climate, we are the generation that possesses so much potential to make glorious changes as we stand on the shoulders of generations before us. It is also monumentally important for us to stand together strongly so that our voices can be amplified and heard. This is my mission, to help meld us all together as individuals, working toward a common good for the years to come. For Xavier's mission is to promote a more just and humane society. I understand that as Xavier writes, we want to have a good time at college and have all these events going on, and that's great. But it's also our duty as citizens of our community to uplift our community and move forward for a greater good and towards a greater change. So if you stand for all of these things, and if you see me fit as being your candidate to help us push forward and make music together, I ask that you vote for me, KCP. Thank you.
Our next candidate is Tiffany Newman.
Good evening, Xavierites. My name is Tiffany Newman, and I am a public health major hailing from Douglasville, Georgia. I am vying to be your class of 20 Miss Freshman. My slogan is Numa. Numa is my last name. It stands for Never Underestimate My Actions. I have been in student government since I was in 6th grade, so I understand and know from experience how to advocate for my class. I am so excited to have this opportunity to represent the class of 2024, along with working with the executive board members. Coming to Xavier on a competitive cheer scholarship has helped me gain a lot of insight and hear great stories about our beloved university. My main goal is to help the freshman class of Xavier grow as one and become a family. Class of 2024, we have to remember we are the class that has lived through so much. We are participating in nonviolent protests, still fighting for our rights that our brothers and sisters have died for. Last, we are the only class alive that has graduated and continues to survive and further our education through an exponentially large pandemic. We are the class of change. Also, my goal is to make an effort to provide us with more events and fun and student involvement activities. As we remain socially distanced and safe, we cannot forget, as Xavier writes, serving is our main goal. So, we will also help and get involved with our community. I hope this has really helped you guys. So elect Tiffany Numa as your 2020-2021 Miss Freshman. And don't forget, never underestimate my actions.
Our last candidate is Zelia Anthony.
Greetings, my fellow Xavierites. My name is Zelia Anthony, and I am a pre-med major. And I'm from South Carolina, and I'm running for your class of 24 Miss Freshmen. I love eating healthy. I'm a vegan, by the way, and I love exercising. I'm ambitious, friendly, inclusive, and conversational. As a freshman, I realize it's hard to maintain a healthy mental state due to quarantining in the dorms and social distancing requirements in place. Mental health awareness is essential as it informs how we handle stress and make choices. It is important to recognize that as students, we must be able to interact and communicate with others to keep our mindsets clear, while obeying the current guidelines put in place on our campus. Researchers surveyed several institutions on the mental health of their students. The results yielded that almost 42% of students that face mental health issues range from African Americans to Arabic Americans. In relation to mental health, physical health, and maintaining a healthy and balanced lifestyle are important to note. Now I know I'm not the only one who gets tired of walking back all the way from the NCF building all the way back to Xavier South for classes. However, this contributes to our physical health. It's hard to manage both school and your physical health because of the excessive workload we get from my teachers, but it's important to take advantage of what our school has to offer us. It is through my candidacy as Miss Freshman, if you vote me, that I hope to achieve this. Choosing me, Zelia Anthony, for your class of 24 Miss Freshmen will ensure awareness and support for opportunities on campus to improve and maintain a healthy lifestyle and mental well-being here for you all, my fellow Xavierites. And remember, a vote for me equals a change for Gen Z.
Next up, I will have my deputy come up and ask the final two questions for the Miss Freshman candidates.
Hello, my name is Jalen Brown, and I serve as the Deputy Chair of the Election Board. The first question I have for the candidates is, in your position, what will you do this semester to encourage your students, your fellow classmates, throughout their studies?
Hello, my name is Caitlin Banks, and to encourage my fellow Xavierites throughout their studies this semester, I would hope that we would plan events to where all students would feel comfortable sharing their feelings and ways that they could improve their studies, and also host study sessions to where students feel comfortable and confident that they would make good grades on their tests, exams, and homework and all other classwork.
Hello again, my name is Kennedy Carey Prescott, and I would say to help encourage my fellow Xavierites, I would maybe do something where it involves self-affirmations every day. So whether it's posting little quotes in the hallway that you see as you walk by, or maybe sending daily reminders through a text message or through emails, and just being told that you are enough and you have this and you will succeed and you will reach your goals. So having that, I know that having that extra encouragement and having a support system
is really the way to get through any hard time in life, especially college. Thank you.
Hello everyone, once again I'm Tiffany Numa, and I feel that we should do maybe motivational, just encouraging words, like anything motivational, because motivation has got me this far. And just like a helping hand, maybe have a gathering with maybe some upperclassmen who have been in our position before, and they can help us, even in our major too, just to maybe help us if we're overwhelmed in a class or about a test, and just send out maybe motivational words, or even have a prayer session for some who are religious.
Hey you guys, it's Aaliyah, and basically being a freshman here, I realize it's really hard to want to do your studies and want to have fun at the same time, but we all came here for a common goal, and that is to get the degree of our choice. I feel that we should hold social gatherings that will ensure that we all study and have good study sessions together.
Okay, the last question for our Miss Freshman candidates is, what will be your favorite event that you plan to host this semester?
Hi, if elected Miss Freshman this semester, I would plan to host a grab-and-go ice cream and popsicle stand. I took suggestions throughout my campaign to be intentional and let students know that I want exactly what they want, and I had so many students request this, so if that's what the students want, that's what I want for them, and so that would make the popsicle stand / ice cream stand my favorite event this semester.
Hello. My favorite event that I put on this semester would probably have to do with community service because it's so important. I remember when we did the community plunge, our orientation week, and we went to the garden and worked in the garden. It was just good to have that time getting together with other people in our class, and we were also doing something good. So a community service event somewhere in the city where we could help our local community, also coupled with some sort of after treat, maybe with refreshments or some type of block party type deal, anything like that, I think would be my favorite event for sure, because it couples community service and fun.
Hello. I think my favorite event to host would be a silent party. Because with a silent party, you guys can all enjoy the same music. We can still follow the CDC and Xavier protocols for social distancing, and everybody can enjoy the same music, or even different music depending on your type of genre that you like. And it would be different because everything we're bringing here, and with Xavier, we want to be different. So I feel like that's something different and new that everybody has not experienced.
Okay, so an event that I would like to host would be a soul night where we all talk about everything that we have in common. We can network with each other and upperclassmen. And in this soul night, we will also talk about the importance of Xavier and learn the history about Xavier, and being at HBCU, learning about how Black people are powerful, because in the world today, it's a lot of police brutality that's going towards African Americans. And with this gathering, I will hope to bring our freshman class together so that we can get to know each other, because due to COVID, we cannot have interactions with each other. Thank you.
Alright, thank you ladies. While we wait for our final questions from you all in the audience, I have a couple of things I would like to go over. The positions that went through are, our president is Demetra Langford, vice president is Janae Belcher, Tendai Mapofu, Caitlin Banks, Kennedy Carey Prescott, Tiffany Numa, Zelia Anthony, Shane Valentine, Kaylin Jarvis, and Kennedy Broussard. These are all of the candidates that came out this evening. Now, there are some positions still available for appointment. Those positions in the freshman class are the secretary position, the treasurer position, and the justice position. If you are not interested in doing the freshman class, there are positions in the Department of Communications, such as the visual media team, public relations team, and the graphic designs team. They are all looking for applicants, so try and sign up for those. And also, if you want to join the election board, because I would love to have you, I am opening up positions. So if you want to work behind the scenes, see how everything that happened for this forum, the entire election process, I would really like it if you all came out and joined us. Appointment applications will open next week. You will hear more about it soon. And if you need to take the Constitution test, I will open it up next week starting on Monday. If you need more information on that, please either email sjAelections@zula.edu or go to 316R in the UC where they will direct you to more information. So, thank you all. There are no questions. So, I will ask our president to come up and say a few words for the rest of the night.
All right. Great job to the candidates. Round of applause to the candidates. Great job. And also a round of applause to our election board as well. Great job, y'all. Specifically, Eliza Bowling, the election board chair. She's worked tirelessly. She's worked tirelessly with her team to make sure that this is the smoothest possible election process we could have. It's been a different election process than we've had, and so we've tried to make sure that we're accessible as much as possible. So thank you, Eliza, for your great work. Thank you to the entire election board. To the candidates, great job. Don't forget, voting starts when? Tomorrow till when? Starts tomorrow, and it ends on Friday. Friday will be our results night, and that is when the candidates will find out who the winners are and who the runners-up are as well. You will find out who the next leaders of your class will be. So please tune in there. We'll also be streamed on Instagram and Twitter, and probably YouTube as well. Thank you so much, and you have a great day.